it was a lot easier to open up a barber school because of your help, Chin. Like, I mean, it would have been probably impossible dang near, but because of your help, it became easy and it became a lot of fun. So with Chin's help, yeah, over the past, it's almost been almost 2 years now, a year and a half. I've been operating a barber school here in Houston, and it's been a lot of fun. Even though it's only been 2 years, I feel like I've known you, Chin, for feels like a lifetime because of how much you've, just genuinely helped. Not because so when I came to Chin, I felt that from the first conversation. But then again, I'm like, okay, well, as the weeks go by, let me see if this guy's for real. And through, every time that we talked, I'm like, oh, it just God just kind of reconfirmed to me. He's like, oh yeah, no, he is who he says he is. And even years later, I'm like even more grateful that he ain't changed not a bit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I've met a lot of people that maybe get a certain amount of success in certain areas, and their character changes a little bit. They turn, well, what they say is like you just become more of who you really were on the inside when maybe you achieve a certain amount of success. Well, on the inside, I know that Chin is a person that loves people. He's a God-fearing man. He is a person, once again, that like if you're willing to put in the work, he'll help you to do as much as he can with the resources that he has. And he's always looking to encourage people. And that right there, like that by itself is like that's a rare human being. I've been around a lot of people in a lot of different industries. Because this like barbering, the school is not the only business that I do, to help people. But once again, across the board, I come across many people, but it's very few people like Chin. So I appreciate you, Chin, as always. But when we first met, I came to you, I was like, hey, you know what? I thought about doing a barber shop. I heard from a friend back in California that barber schools are a thing, Um, with that being said, I looked everywhere. I'm calling people. Nobody really has too much information. I even called a couple barber schools at the time. Of course, they're not going to give me no information. They're like, yeah, nah, I can't help you. So if you're not trying to be a student, then they don't want to say nothing. I'm like, okay, well, maybe if I try YouTube. And then I find Chin. I just type in barber schools, and a whole bunch of Chin's videos pop up. So I watched one, then I watched two. I probably watch honestly, Chin, not to weird you out, but I probably watched all of them because that's just the type of person I am. If like I'm interested in something, I'm gonna be interested. So I probably watched every single video that you had viewable. I heard all the different people that you've talked through the years and all that kind of stuff. So I'm like, okay, that's great. He sounds like a very reputable person. I called you, and I don't know, Chin, if you remember that phone call, but I was like, Chin, I'm at this point in my life, like, I'm kind of leaving a career, but I have something that's like on my heart that I want to do. I'm not 100% on where to start. Just give me I'm just asking for the direction. Like, you didn't even got to tell me much, but if you can just point me in the right direction. And Chin did something that I couldn't, he gave me more than what I could ever imagine. He was like, all right, I'll give you the direction, but hey, here's this resource. Like, hey, here's that resource. And, when you're ready, we can get together and, and I can get you right here. And so he followed up. And a lot of times, like when you see people that you're like, okay, cool, maybe I want to get some help in some way, you don't speak directly to them. I wasn't even expecting Chin to answer the call, to be honest, because I think I booked a call, or whatever the case is. And so, and yeah, he talked to me just like, once again, like he knew me, and we've been able to create a really good bond, not just with the barbering things, but other aspects of life, that we find ourselves in similar time periods with. So yeah, I reached out. He assured me that, hey, starting is easier than you think, but you have to put in the work. So I did all that. I found my location. I got my paperwork together. I wouldn't have any of the format. Definitely, I don't know if I would have had the encouragement that I would have needed if it wasn't for Chin. But the best part about it is for me is just seeing people get like the students get that aha moment, like, hey, this is something that I can do. The school has brought me to a place of not only purpose but also humility, because we have a thing called the Barber 10 Commandments that I created for the school, and every student has to learn them. And the first one is learn to do something for somebody else without expecting something in return. I thank Chin for not only being a man that is what do you say, a man that is good with his word and he's reputable, but he's not afraid to talk about God in front of people. which I think in nowadays, sometimes people shy away from it because, it might not be the best topic of conversation to the masses. But at the end of the day, like, you know, it's all about being authentic. So if that's where your heart is at, if God has done something in your life, which I mean, this is only this testimony about the school, but I can probably give you another 10 about what he's done with me. I mean, I don't know if y'all can tell, but I'm not the biggest guy, and I don't know how the heck he afforded me the I don't know how he afforded me to be able to play with guys that are two times, three times bigger than me for so long in the National Football League, but somehow he did. And Chin's got that outline, which I did get that from him, and I did what I needed to do. He said, "Hey, this is how we got to go about it in order for you to get this." I said, "All right, cool, here you go." And I was able to get that business plan. I made some modifications to it, but it's really just copy and paste, like just put your school information and whatnot. So have the business plan. And that business plan, believe it or not, does most of the talking for you because when they seen it, they were like, this is incredible.